having you on the show, and great to have you again.
What's the shekere for?
It's for to be honest with you, I have no clue. I just saw somebody saying that I should ring it, so I just rang it. But it's what's the shekere for?
He has blessed the show.
Okay, it's for blessing the show with your presence. So actually, to be fair, we call it the shekere of blessing.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough. It's for blessing. So thank you very much for coming around on the AFCON Watch.
I get that.
Yeah,
good to be here.
Yeah, and how have you been enjoying the Africa Cup of Nations? What would you say has been the level of the competition so far?
It's been a fantastic tournament. You know, initially when we had, I think the first 12 games, we had 9 1-0 score lines. Yeah. But while people felt that was a negative, for me that was a positive. Because it meant that the so-called quote-unquote minnows or smaller teams were giving the bigger teams a fight.
Yeah.
And that has now crystallized into what we're seeing. Who would have thought Equatorial Guinea would beat Algeria? Who would have thought that Comoros would beat Ghana? So, and that makes for a tournament, you know, a fantastic story when you have the David and Goliath situation. So, we might still have more. There's still a lot of teams on tenterhooks who might still not qualify. So, for that, it's fantastic. It just shows, you know, I wasn't a fan of the 24-team tournament because I felt you were watering down the quality. Africa has only 52 or 54 countries, and 24 of them, like almost half of them. But this competition has changed my perception of all of that, because it just shows that those teams are not just there to make up the numbers. They've proved themselves worthy to be at Africa's biggest football table. And it's so good to see.
Like you said, that we've had, you know, some serious upsets. I mean, we saw Equatorial Guinea beat Algeria. We also saw Comoros beat Ghana yesterday. But one team that has been immune from all the upsets has been the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Surprisingly, you may have, given all the troubles we had in the build-up to the tournament.
You know, we had our own dose last time. Madagascar
gave it to us.
I think, and then we've had
that's enough to go around for 3 AFCONs.
No, we had another one just before. We had we were hit by a car. Before the Nations Cup. So I think it just underlines. And look at Sierra Leone. Remember, we had our situation with Sierra Leone, and then look at how Sierra Leone is performing at this tournament. So it's a good thing to see. And the so-called bigger teams know that anytime they line up against this, you know, Comoros before yesterday, Comoros had actually managed the draw, a goalless draw against Ghana in one of the qualifiers. So I'm sure they came to that
against Egypt as well.
So they came onto that pitch, and these teams are. And what I like about it is that these teams are not just playing on the back foot. Yes, they are defending stoutly and solidly, but they offer a threat going forward. And you know, it's balanced. It's not just packing the balls and trying to pick out a draw, but they are adventurous. They are going forward. And you know, Ghana came back to 2-2. You thought most of the time you will feel that, hey, Ghana would go on to win because the momentum was there, but they stayed calm and they plotted their way forward and they got the winning goal. It's fantastic for them.
And you can't say they have been lucky. The likes of Comoros and Equatorial Guinea, they've played proper football and deserved the victory.
They've played very well. Those results have not been flukes.
Exactly.
They've been earned.
So remember, you can always drop your comments on WhatsApp 0817-313-6193, and if you prefer Facebook, you can go to Inspiration FM 92.3. Remember, we've got Deji Omotoyinbo live with us on the AFCON Watch. Today we'll be discussing the Super Eagles now. So let's just move on with that. Of course, the match against Equatorial Guinea, against Guinea-Bissau begins at 8 p.m. There are 3 Guineas in this tournament, so very easy to confuse one with the other. How impressed have you been with the Super Eagles so far in this competition?
Without trying to be overly optimistic, I've been really impressed. And before the competition, I honestly felt like if we went back to our core strengths as a footballing country, you know, I've said this several times, beginning to sound like a broken record, but I'll say it anyway. Pace, power, aggression, physicality, fast, quick transition, you know, and then wing play and authority in the middle. If we went back to our basic core strengths, we will give any team in Africa a game. And that was what, and you know, because Eguavon lived through or played through that system, from being a local player to Super Eagles to playing abroad to coming back to becoming a coach. What I think what he did was very simple. He just went back to the core essence of Nigerian football, play the way we play, and the result has been fantastic. 1-0 against Egypt.
Could have been more.
It looked more like 3-0. That's been probably the most comprehensive 1-0 victory you will ever see. And then they beat Sudan 3-0. Yeah, some were saying it wasn't. You don't need to go all out and kill somebody. You can manage a game.
Yeah.
And then critically, usually we're always one tackle or one mistake away from horror show.
Yeah.
But they've been calm.
Yeah.
You can argue that maybe Egypt is top quality, maybe Sudan limited quality, but they gave us a bit of a game as well. And the front four have all scored.
Yeah.
That helps confidence. All the front three scored against Sudan, and Iheanacho actually plays slightly behind them, scored in the first game. And then they've managed the team well in terms of substitutions and all of that. Nigeria is the only country now. If we win tonight, we'll be the only country to get 9 points from these group games. So it's looking good, but we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves. One step at a time. I like what Eguavoen is doing. He's keeping everybody's feet firmly on the ground. One game at a time, one step at a time. From what we've seen in this tournament, with a little luck here and there, this team has as good a chance as any at the end of the day.
Interesting that you mentioned that if we win tonight, we'll be the only team to record maximum points from 3 matches. How crucial is that in the context of the entire tournament, maintaining that winning momentum? Because some have argued that the manager should change players and give the bench players a bit of a run out so that they would feel part of the squad. But if he does that, that means he'll be risking, or he might be risking us not winning against Guinea-Bissau. I want to take you back to the World Cup. I think it was in 1998 when we beat Spain and we beat Bulgaria. And then we lost to Paraguay. And then we changed that team for Paraguay. And then we went to Denmark. So how important would it be to get the win tonight and keep the momentum going?
It's a tough balancing act. The same thing that happened the last time, and the changes bounced back, or how do I say it now? The changes didn't work out, and then we lost to Madagascar. But having won the group by 6 points, it's tough because, let me say, put it like this: you have a squad, but it's actually a team, and you want a situation where everybody, even the fringe players, feel part of the team. And you look at the situation that, when can you play them? You want to play them in the knockout round. You want to play yours. So you do feel that this is the kind of game you've qualified where you can play them. And maybe what he needs to do is a bit of a balance. Don't overdo it. Maybe don't make like wholesale changes. Maybe I would say maybe retain the spine of the team. The central defense. Maybe indeed in midfield. Maybe Awudi in attack. That's like the spine of the team, and then probably even the goalkeeper. And then let the fringe players fill up the other spaces. So you have that. You have that balance in the middle, or that solidity in the middle. And let's see how it goes. But I do feel that with the squad we have, playing to their strengths, even if the second string does not beat Guinea-Bissau, it should be good enough to draw the game. This is the only game where you can give them a chance to just play, because when you get to the tougher business of the knockout round, at that point in time he will go back to the tried and tested. And and then if you play big boys, all the top players today, and one of them gets injured, you're going to get a lot of flack. Now, why did you play him in an inconsequential? So it's a tough act, and I think that's where the coaches end their spurs. Let's see what he does. But I think whatever team it puts out, we should see a good performance from the Super Eagles.
Let's talk about the coach now. You've talked about him, of course, all through your analysis. Now, a section of the media, and some fans as well have been clamoring that, given how we've played in the first couple of matches, that Augustine Eguavoen should be given the job on a permanent basis. I don't know how possible that is, because obviously we understand that the NFF have a contract to have Jose Mourinho's friend, take over from.
Some are saying there's no contract. But even if that he hasn't signed, but even if he hasn't signed, for me, I think, I may be wrong, I think it's fait accompli. I think NFF have made up their minds, and I think they honestly, Amaju has said it before. I think after all he said, as long as he's NFF chairman, in Nigeria will not handle this right. He said it. So it's not hidden. He said it openly. And
did they give reasons when he said that, by the way?
I don't know. I think the whole of the situation, you know,
since investor how fragile Bonfrey, I don't think any foreign coach has done anything so spectacular, for this country. If anything, it's been the local coaches that have done the business for us.
But you know, it's unfortunate. I see it as, when I say people say, I see it as inferiority complex. Really, for me, look, let's go back to Gennard Rohr. With the same CV that Gennard Rohr paraded to get the Super Eagles job, a Nigerian or a black coach won't get that job. If you come with an identical CV that Genodro had, he won't get the job. So he got the job on the strength. This coach coming, with all due respect to him, he's handled Venezuela and Australia, Saudi Arabia. Those are the national teams he's handled. In world footballing terms, those two teams are lower than the Super Eagles. So what gives him? He's handled lesser teams with. It's like somebody handling Brighton and Wolves and not succeeding, and you hand him the Liverpool job. So for me, I think there's just this fixation. I really don't have a problem with getting a foreign coach, but what process? How do you arrive at the coach? For me personally, I think it's been one man deciding who coaches. From Africa Pep Guardiola, he had a meeting in London. From to Genodro to they were trying to be ingenious by saying they had this 3-man shortlist. There was no shortlist. Amaju Pinnick had decided who was going to coach, and they, like we say in Yoruba, they walked it wuru to the answer. I got the man. So my take is that even if Eguavon wins, like a friend of mine said yesterday, even if Eguavon wins the World Cup at this Nations Cup, a new man is coming. A new man is coming. So we should forget it. Except there's an external influence. What I mean by external, except maybe because it happened 2013 when Keshi got the win. Keshi actually effectively resigned because of all the shenanigans that happened. It took Aso Rock to place a call to the minister then to say, look, you have to make sure that a Nigerian hero at the point of his glory cannot resign like that. And then Keshi was persuaded to come back, because I went to South Africa a week after that, and I got the full gist of what happened. So we have this way of, even some of our guys, some of our colleagues, let's be honest, some of our colleagues don't respect Nigerian coaches. They start talking about things like Nigerian coaches receive bribe and all that. On the question of Eguavon, if he gets the 9 points, that will be the second time he'll have done it. When he handled the team originally, Eguavon was the first coach. I think, I don't know whether you remember, I think it was a World Cup qualifier. He beat Algeria 5-2.
I remember.
Away. Fantastic performance. And you can see the way, in football we always say that a coach mirrors the image of the team mirrors the image of the coach. He's calm, he's composed, he's a very genial, humble guy. He's keeping that in the team. Yes, the guys are blamed, but you can see from all they're saying, everybody's keeping their feet firmly on the ground. They may not win it, but because it takes a lot to win a tournament. One bad mistake, one bad refereeing decision, you may be out. Anything, or go to penalty shootout, it's anybody's game. But even if they don't win it, what we're seeing are the kind of performances we like to see. But I also think the NFF are in a conundrum, because if a governor does well and you still give the job to somebody else and he doesn't qualify for the World Cup, your goose is cooked. So it's a tough act. I just feel that they've made up their minds about Pesero and they're ready to go on that adventure.
All right, remember we are live on Facebook at Inspiration FM 92.3. You can also drop your comments, or perhaps you have any question for Deji Omotoyinbo. You can send them to our Facebook portal or our WhatsApp portal 0817 313 6193. Very interesting one here. Good evening, sir. Please bring back 90 minutes, please, sir. That's what Adugola is asking. Another one here, Engineer Tobiola, he says, "Up Super Eagles. Nice to have you guys here." That's Johnson, Ademola, Jibade, and your opinion on Senegal. We'll get to that very shortly, because I'm going to ask you after the break about the teams that have impressed you the most in this tournament, and the teams that have been struggling, the likes of Senegal and Algeria. But we're going to take another short break on the AFCON Watch with SUNTRUST Bank. When we come back, we'll continue to hear the thoughts and opinions of Deji Omotoyinbo. Stay with us, the show continues after this.
Did you enjoy this video? Hit the subscribe button for more, leave a comment, and like. Thank you.